Hi, I'm Connie Romanek, speech language pathologist at Communicate, and I'm excited to share with you our latest and greatest language learning tool. These are our talking tiles, our visual support talking tiles intended to help you get the most out of our Bears and Chairs language learning kit. This is really going to help the children understand and use the key vocabulary and sentence forms that are targeted in this kit. They bring a multi-sensory component to visual supports because traditionally our visual supports have been on an AAC device or they have been on a piece of paper. We usually call these a visual support board, and we use them to point to the pictures as we speak to help kids understand, or we offer them this board when they're the speaker so they can point to the pictures and help them get their message across. Now that's good, but this is great because, like I say, it is getting all their senses involved. Visually, it's interesting. Certainly tactily, it's interesting because the images are all engraved and embedded on these tiles. They make a sound. We have the sensation of movement coming into play. The only thing we don't have is taste and smell. So we have 28 tiles, one for every word in the picture cards. They come in this cute little drawstring bag. I'm going to quickly go through the tiles and then show you how I might use them with the kit. So of course we have our word put, which is the first word in all of our sentences. That little bear dropping out of the fingers is engraved. We have all of our bear colors. They are engraved and then painted. So I mean, it's so inviting to explore that with your fingertips. And the stars of our show here are the prepositions. They are our custom images, and as well, we've taken it to next level by engraving the bear in its position. So this bear is engraved on the chair and then this one under. So you can literally feel the difference of what that position word means. So we have on and under, then we have in front and behind, beside and beside, left and right if you want to work on those concepts, around and between. These words come out in level 3. We have our black chair and white chair. Again, they're engraved and then painted. Images for big and small. Our quantity concepts are all, and this one is especially inviting to touch because the circle is deeply engraved, but the stars are raised up, so it feels really cool. And then all except, the X means except, and then our concepts of both, couple, or you could use two. We have articles a and to thus in case you want to create a very complete sentence using all the grammar. And then we have our numbers 1, 2, and 3, and these are intended to support the extension activity, the 3-part sequencing activity. So I'm just going to dive in and show you how I might use them. So starting off at level 1, I would only keep the tiles that I need for this level, which is great because then I can get rid of a lot of stuff that might be visually distracting. So I am really just left with this unless I want to include the articles. So if I'm going to say this card to a child, put the red bear on the chair, but I suspect they're going to need a little bit of extra help holding on and processing what I just said, that's where I'm going to bring these visual tiles in. So I'm going to create this sentence right in front of their eyes. Put the red bear on the chair. I mean, it's so powerful because they see that a sentence is made by adding one word to and another word to create a phrase. If I want the articles in there to make it grammatically complete, I can do that. Or if I don't want to add that visual distraction, I can keep it like this, but I would still say the words the. I wouldn't say put red bear on black chair. I would say put the red bear on the chair. So still say it, but maybe you don't want to add the visual word yet. So there it is. It's beautiful. It's simple. I can swoosh these away so I can keep the visual distractions to a minimum, helping children focus on what they really need to pay attention to. That is part of executive functioning, is bringing your attention and focus down to the relevant information. So here it is. It's here to support my verbal information because it was in and out very quickly. Here it stays static long enough for them to really think about it and process it. And maybe they get the green bear and I point out, oh no, I didn't say green, I said red bear. Remember, put the red bear on the black chair. So there's a lot I can do with this as it stays still and support their ability to make that arrangement. And then of course, I reveal the picture card. Beautiful, super fun, super easy, very engaging, very tactile, everything we need to really help the children. Now, let's say it's their turn to speak and they pick this card up. They have to tell me what to do. And they might need these visual support tiles to really construct that phrase. So I could leave these anchor words for them, being the first word and the last word in the sentence, and all they have to do is add color and position word. So maybe they're a little bit stalled in getting started, so I might say, okay, tell me what color, and then maybe they'll be able to say purple. Oh, I need to put the purple bear. Where do I need to put the purple bear? I mean, and if I manage to get a peek, I might know that it's under, so I could reduce the array even more and show them, do I need to put the purple bear on the chair or under the chair? And then maybe hopefully they'll pick under, and then they created that sentence. How awesome is that? And then now that they have it, they can say it. They have all the visuals, or maybe I'll say it and they'll imitate me. It's just beautiful. It is so much fun. And really, it is a pre-literacy skill, honestly, being able to sort of read and write by constructing a sentence with the images. Beautiful. Now, when we move on to level 2, we bring size into play. So I'm going to grab big and small. We still have our just our black chair. We still have our colors here. So now I'm going to tell the child to put the small green bear in front of the chair. I mean, look how easy that is. It's just so much fun, even for me, honestly. I am really enjoying this. And when you bring joy to the learning environment, that's where magic happens. So there, they see it. And the other thing happening here is that when they're the speaker, if they are perhaps saying this one to me, they have to include size now. Often when they begin being the speaker for level 2, they forget to include size. And if I don't have the tiles, I'll just pick up the green bears and say, oh, the big one or the small one? And then they'll tell me and I'll repeat the phrase. But here I could do it this way too. Oh, the big green bear or the small green bear? And then they'll figure out, oh, the small one. And they kind of also maybe have to figure out where to put that in the sentence. I could open this up so they know to put it here, or I might see what they do. Like, will they understand where the word small needs to go? Yes, adjectives go in front of a noun. So there's lots of grammatical learning here as well. And not only that, they have stretched their sentence. They have grown their sentence by one word. So instead of having like a 4-word sentence, well, maybe 6 if they're using articles, now they have a 7-word sentence. And every word counts, and we literally count how many words kids are putting together in their phrases and sentences in order to evaluate where they are developmentally. So anytime you can stretch a sentence by 1 word, you have done something fantastic. So that is level 2. And then level 3 is very complex. And I'm going to pull out one of the most complex picture cards we have. So we need all of our position words, including the new ones around and between. We need the sizes. We need both chairs and the quantity concept. So here we go. It's looking a little messy here. All right, something like this. So I will start off by saying put all the bears, between the chairs, except the big green one. So I'll pull them out of here. So they will literally see that that is the exception. That is all of these except these. When they literally see me pull this out, that is all except over here. I mean, it just makes the language so easy to understand. I love it because all except, both, couple, those are quantity words we use all the time. Yet kids, we assume they understand it, but chances are, if you take context away, they are still struggling to totally master those words. So here we go. And then I can repeat this. We can read it. They can say it. I could add my articles. Look at that. Look how long this sentence is. All except the big green bear. I mean, it's beautiful. I just can't get over it. I hope you love it as much as I do. I know there's going to be some great new things you all come up with. I hope you share them with me. And the last thing I want to say about how useful these talking tiles are is when it comes to children who are gestalt learners. I'm going to use this one. Put the purple bear on the chair. Let's say we were at level 1 and I said this to a child. Maybe who's on the autism spectrum. They tend to be gestalt learners where they're learning huge chunks of verbal information, like maybe reciting an entire movie or an entire book, and then maybe smaller chunks and smaller chunks and smaller chunks. And they break these chunks down until eventually they get to the single word level, which is where we need to be if we want to create new novel or spontaneous language. So if I was to say this to them or work with them, I would show them that there are word boundaries, that this is a phrase that it's made up of 4 words, well, maybe 6 if you want to bring the articles in, but I'll just leave those out for now. That's made up of these words. They can be broken apart because at that point, we can substitute vocabulary in here in the main sentence form to create new spontaneous language. So I really think that that's going to help move the needle for them so that they can express exactly what they need and not be stuck with a phrase that really doesn't send the message that they intend to. And I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for listening. I'm hoping you'll give these a try, and I'm really hoping they're going to help you make some incredible progress with the children you're working with. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.